See, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here, you're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports
My next
UK.
guest is back in action August 6th, taking on Miranda Granger. It's Cory McKenna joining me here on the program for the very first time. Cory, how are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for joining me. How's the traffic? I know it's a little crazy right now. We were supposed to do this a little bit earlier, but I'm just glad you made it. I know it can be very busy.
Yeah, definitely around this time, getting back from the gym's quite a hassle. But luckily, I usually spend all day in the gym, so I don't usually have to deal with it.
Yeah, well, that's good. We haven't seen you in a while. Your last fight was in March. Was this by design, or were you trying to get a fight in there a little bit sooner?
No, I think that's like a good split. You know, allowed me time to recover, get stuff dealt with that I had to get dealt with, and then get like a good camp in. You know, we don't fight too often as it is, so I like to kind of get them evenly spread throughout the year anyway.
They tell you you're fighting Miranda Granger, a name we haven't heard in a while, right? Because she's been off being a mom. Was that a bit of a surprise when you heard that name? Just because, again, we haven't seen her in a while.
No, I'm not not really ever surprised when they offer people. Like say, there's so many girls as well, so I wasn't necessarily surprised. We actually, her last fight was on the same night that I made my UFC debut. So yeah, it's been a while, but you know, I haven't exactly been too active since then either. So like you say, I know life happens. So
there we go. Just quickly, got to talk about your last fight against Elise Reed. Split decision, close fight. What did you sort of take away the most from that performance that you're bringing into this fight?
You know, there was a lot going on before that fight too. I've definitely been a lot smarter outside of the fight, like leading up to it. You know, not going into this fight with any injuries or anything, which is a big difference. I'm not I haven't run myself into the ground. So yeah, it definitely allowed me to be a lot smarter. Like you say, close fight, definitely wasn't happy with the performance. Obviously, a bit bitter about it, bittersweet, but it is what it is. Yeah, I've made the improvements that need to be made, worked hard with my coaches, and like I say, been a lot smarter in the build up to this one, and I'm hoping it'll pay dividends.
Let's talk about Miranda, 7-2 record. What do you know about her? How do you feel like you match up against her here?
Yeah, like I say, I haven't seen her in a while. Obviously, she fought the same night that I fought Kay Hansen. She fought Ashley Yoder. Yeah, it was you know, she's been on the scene for a while. I think she's pretty rounded. Like I don't think she's necessarily like a specialist in anything from what I've seen. I think it's a good matchup. Like say on paper, we've got pretty much the same record. And yeah, I think it's going to be like a good fight. Like for both. Like well, yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight regardless of where it goes. You know, like say she's not a specialist. Like it's not like a striker versus grappler. Like I think it's just going to be two MMA fighters going in there and you know just kind of see where it goes.
Do you watch tape at all, or is that something your coaches do?
I watch a little bit at the start of camp. You know, like I'm more a case of like I'll look and then I kind of like leave it and focus on myself from there. Like say, like I don't want to be going into a fight like obsessing over my opponent. Like at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be the best version of myself in there, and you know, I truly believe that I could beat anybody on my worst day. So you know, just trying to be as prepared as I can. Like say, I'll give it a quick watch, see what they're about. Like I say, like you know, have a check, see if they're a specialist, what they do, like some tendencies. But I'm not like fixated on my opponent per se through camp. You know.
Looked like you had plenty of notice for this fight, so I imagine camp went well. Who did you mainly get to work with this camp as far as bodies in the gym? Who'd you mainly get to work with?
Yeah, we got you know, we got like quite a few girls on the mats now, which is cool. Obviously a lot of small guys as well. Like I had I remember the full names. Obviously I had Macy Barber, got Yan, she's fighting Mackenzie Dunn soon.
Yep.
So that's
Yan Shonan, yeah.
like, yep, I didn't want to butcher the
Don't worry, I might have butchered it too. I'll take the hit. It's okay.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna do this. This is on tape. And then Tina, she fought on Contenders, Brazilian girl. She's really good. Like, definitely like one to watch out for. Like I've had some tough rounds with her. So I you know I don't think it's gonna be too long before we start seeing a bit more of her. She's definitely like a lot better than you know like what she showed so far. So I think I'm looking forward to seeing her getting in there. And like I say, like there's a few high level UFC or borderline UFC girls that I've been getting to train with, and then obviously, you know, working a lot with like my coaches, Uriah Faber, Danny Castillo, Joey Rodriguez. So kind of just been getting a lot of like really high level work. So it's gonna be fun to go out there and put that on display.
How is it getting to work with Macy, especially with the fact that it seems like it's been a great fit for her, being at that camp, and it seems like iron sort of sharpening iron, so to speak. And obviously, she's coming off a big win over Jessica Aya earlier this month.
Yeah, I'm really happy for her. Obviously, she's moving on up. We're good friends. So it's great for me to like see her getting that in, and obviously I'm very very happy for her. And it's like say it's great to have another girl like similar weight. Like we're never too far away from each other. Like she's only a weight division above me, so it's nice to have her on the mats regularly. She works super hard too, so she's always around. And yeah, it's like say it's great for both of us. We're constantly pushing each other, constantly like just working. So yeah, it's great to have her around. Like I'm definitely very appreciative for her.
Weight cut. I imagine that's all going well. I mean, you never miss weight or anything, but how's all that going ahead of the fight?
Yeah, it's great. Like I say, I've never missed weight. I'm on track. Yeah, should be all good. I mean, it's never easy, but we'll always get it done.
What are you missing right now in camp? What's like the go-to you're going to have after the fight?
I've definitely been looking at all the foodie videos on Instagram. I think this week it finally hit. I think everything that I eat after this fight is going to be on top of or wrapped in some type of like bread. But other than that, I don't really miss too much, to be fair. Like I'm pretty good. Like I've been drinking black coffee, so maybe like some nice like tasty coffees after this too.
Yeah, some sweetener in there or something. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you on that. I imagine, your corner obviously would Danny Castillo, Uriah Faber, who's going to be in the cage with you that night.
Yeah, like I say, Danny Castillo, Uriah Faber. I also have Jack Mason, my guy from back home.
Oh, awesome.
He's been there for every fight. He's been with me since I was like 12, 13. He's like part of the furniture. Like it'd be like going into a fight without my right arm without him there. So yeah, he's staying. He's my third.
And how do you envision the fight playing out? Obviously, you feel like you're going to win, otherwise, why sign the contract? But how do you see it going down?
Like I said, I've made gains all round. Like I've been working on every discipline since I was 10. I've I am confident on the feet. I'm confident with the grappling, and I'm really, I'm not putting too much emphasis on where I need this fight to go. Which I feel like I never really usually do that anyway. I did a little bit for the last fight, and I think if anything, it was a little bit of my downfall. Like waiting for that right opportunity in my head. Like you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this, and then like just it didn't come. So I think I'm just happy to go out there and kind of get back to the old me, back to my old self, and just let the fight go where it needs to go. And have that confidence in myself to make the right decisions in the moment. I'm not really going to try to stick to a strict game plan. Obviously, I have like go-tos like here and there, but I'm happy whether it's like whether I look for that finish on the feet, whether I'm trying to take it down, get a submission. Like obviously I aim to finish, and I think I can do that here, but I'm honestly like happy to just see where it goes and do that.
No, we got a big fight. At the time of recording this, we got a really big fight tomorrow night. Obviously, Amanda Nunes, Juliana Pena. I know that's a few weight classes up from you, but what are your thoughts on that rematch? How do you see that fight playing out tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'll be watching that, of course. Honestly, I was very surprised with the result last time, so I wouldn't even like to make a call. Like you never know what's gonna happen. I honestly thought Nunes was gonna go out there and absolutely smoke her. So it just goes to show that there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Also, you don't know who's doing what, and like everyone's got a chance. Like personally, like I think Nunes has it, but I thought that last time too, and she obviously didn't. So I'm not even gonna make a call. Yeah, I was so shocked last time that I wouldn't even want to try to call it now.
I imagine you want to get one more fight in this year after this. I guess you'll see how the fight goes, but is that sort of the plan right now?
Like I say, gonna see how the fights go, see how I come out injured. Sorry, see if I come out uninjured. Which hopefully I do, but I am a very clumsy person, so knowing me, I'll probably end up hurting myself somehow. But like yeah, I'll see how it goes, make my calls then. But right now my sole focus is on this fight. Every time I try to look forward and make plans and everything, something pops up, So I'm kind of learning to just take things one fight at a time, like live in the moment and just kind of enjoy the journey.
Aside from the training, what's your favorite part of living in the US?
Just the lifestyle. Like, I'm happy here. I've built a good life, got a good group of people around me. Like I'm really happy with kind of like the just like say like the people I have around me, the like everything's really just clicking. I wouldn't say like I prefer the US to the UK. It's just with my lifestyle and with what I'm doing, like this is the best fit for me.
Any plans to go home anytime soon, or I guess you'll just kind of wait and see?
Again, it's one of those things where it's like there's a lot going on. I haven't got any plans yet, but I'm sure I'll be making a trip at some point.
And what's downtime look like? I know you don't get much of it. You're training, you're driving, you're going all these different places, but what like are you getting any Netflix or going for like a hike or going to the beach? What do you like doing when you're not in training?
I got made to take a rest day last week, so what did I do? I got up early, I went hiking, I read a little bit, I did some painting, and then I just kind of like chilled and had a sauna and a hot tub session. So had a productive day. But
There
yeah,
you go.
just occasional rest day. I'm a lot of reading and painting essentially. If I'm not,
Is it hard for you to take time off? Like you said, it was like mandatory. I guess your coaches were like, "Get out of the gym. We need you to take it rest day."
Yeah, it's not really in my nature, but it's definitely something that I'm learning to be better with. Like I say, I've been training 7 days a week since I was 10. It's I'm learning to be smarter as opposed to just being all guns blazing all the time. I've had a lot of injuries over the course of the last few years, like a lot. So I am trying to be a lot smarter because I am still early in my career. So I am trying not to run myself into the ground. It's just like I just always feel like I have to do more. I have to do more, you know?
Oh, I get it for sure. We're looking forward to this. It is August 6th, UFC Fight Night. Cory, thank you so much for doing this. I know you're super busy. If there's anyone you'd like to thank, any sponsors or any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Yeah, I just want to thank Frankton Group. You know, they help take a little bit of the financial strain off things. It's very expensive sport to be in. And then also to Tommy Fightwear, like I literally live in their gear like 24/7. So thank you to them too.